Hello, this is Digital Sticks, and here I am again on the Quest, and I am just demoing the virtual desktop app as a means of accessing SteamVR. Now, a lot of people found out about it today, about this feature, and there's discussions on Discord regarding other apps, and it seems to be some positive feedbacks on them, feedbacks, feedback on those apps. Me personally, the best experience I've had has been testing it with VR, uh, VRchat, and that's where my primary interest is in sharing this. Um, so what you're seeing right there is, um, well, you're seeing me move around, but I'm actually looking at my desktop through virtual desktop, and I'm actually watching uh, my view on my OBS app, but I'm going to go ahead and switch to VR, and we'll come over here. Actually, yeah, we'll come over here, and then I'm going to use a camera because this camera is a pain in the ass. And finally, uh, it's been worse than usual. Now, I don't know. I don't know. This camera is always a pain in the ass. So I don't know if, for any reason, uh, using Quest with SteamVR is affecting that or not. Very well could be. They're because these buttons are so close together, and it's always taken finesse to get to the one you want, and even then, it's not normally enough. It could be that maybe there's a hair of latency that's causing it to be almost impossible. But I gave up on it earlier, and uh, that was a mistake on my part. Now, as I'm recording this now, uh, my Quest is actually connected to the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi instead of the 5 gigahertz. So I have 5 gigahertz available, but it only connected to the 2.4, and I said forget it. I'm running with it. So um, trying to make a video to share this feature has just not been happening. So this is who knows what number of attempt. And then I finally got some good footage, and now my video editing program is giving me grief, so I just can't win. But um, right now I'm getting some stutter. It probably is due to that 2.4 gigahertz. I would have to assume, or yeah, because I haven't had it. Oh, or maybe it's because I'm recording. I don't know. I was recording earlier and it was flawless. I'll at some point I'll be sharing some footage from Steel and Gold, playing Steel and Gold with this setup, and you'll see it played excellent. I mean, almost seemed more accurate playing with uh, Quest today than I recall being for quite some time with my Rift. So um, I don't know if that's the case or what. It was, but yeah, it was. I was on it, and I also discovered that it was probably very helpful for Steel and Gold to be wireless, and that's probably one of the most beneficial places with my use of VR for being wireless. But this is a video. It's not even a how-to video. There is no how-to. Uh, no more how-to video than you need to download and install any other app. So, man, just one moment. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and ditch my camera because I wasn't really dressed for camera. So see, there you go. That's me today, wearing a shirt that I'm bright and sunshiny. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hide myself there. Say bye bye to me. All right, so I'm not needed on that anymore. And What? Oh, weird. I don't know why I disappeared. Huh. Uh-oh. What is going on there? So SteamVR has a mind of its own at the moment. All right. I'm still here. Um, all right. What am I doing? Oh, okay. Mission. No, it's still there. I'm trying to, even when my initial testing with this was with a 2.4 gigahertz router, and it was better than this. So I don't know why I picked up this shakiness to this right now. Let me see. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of a stutter or shakiness in my own headset. Maybe if I recalibrate it, or maybe it is the router this time. But it's not showing up in the video on this camera, and so that's fine. Uh, it's acceptable. Like if it was this or no experience, I could probably do it. Oh, weird. I don't have it in the game. I just have it when I'm looking at the stream camera. Everything else is stable and good. Yeah, so everything else is stable and good. Just this camera in the game has issues. That's weird. It may be kind of interfering with some of the same codecs or processes being used to stream the display. But the gameplay is still okay, and the footage is actually okay from this camera. So, all right. Anyways, earlier I played Steel and Gold. It was great, and I've played it before. I tested it before. Right now, my version, my instance has working controllers, but apparently some people are not having full touch functionality with their controllers with this. And the developer on Discord said that that should be corrected by next week. Um, so there you go. The fix is coming, and I can tell you that it is possible to have gesture support and normal controls, just like you would from Oculus Touch, because that's what they are. Um, but again, this is not a how-to, because all you got to do is buy the virtual desktop app, install it from the App Store directly in your Quest, and if you're not familiar with the streamer that you need, you're going to get a prompting to tell you that you need to install the streamer and show you the link of where you can find it. And you have to install that streamer on your computer that you're trying to stream the desktop to your Quest from. And that is the app you're buying. You're not paying for a solution to use your Quest with SteamVR. That is basically a bonus function of the app. And the virtual desktop app is well worth it. It is a must-have app for your Quest. If you own a computer and you have a Quest, whether your computer can support VR, and especially if it cannot, the virtual desktop is just, you are really missing out on a great use for your Quest if you're not looking at your desktop in the resolution that's available with the Quest. You've got 6 degrees of freedom, and you've got good resolution. You can move in and out from your screen. If you've ever tried virtual desktop with a Go or Samsung Gear VR, and you liked it because it had good resolution, wait till you can move in and out to see the image and be free. I mean, it's awesome. Can't say it enough. And that is actually the only reason I have a Quest to begin with. I'm going to use that for school with a laptop that is not capable of running VR. And so, um, absolutely, this is a good solution. And now there's ALVR is under development, and it's probably going to get there to be a great solution on its own right. That will be free. But as you have seen, either from a video I upload separately, but probably, hopefully, edit into this one or combine later. But there is a oh geez, what am I looking for? There is a function to I'm running blank. Totally lost my train of thought. That's terrible. Um, oh, yes. The fact is, if you use virtual desktop, you have a benefit also of being able to switch to your desktop on your computer while staying in game. You don't have to take your headset off. It's going to be clear, so it's still extremely useful if you're trying to start. If you're starting an overlay or something like that, or if you've ever used overlays, you know that sometimes there's issues, and it's you got to look at it in desktop to deal with it. Some things you set your settings in desktop, and then you see them in VR. Any use at all for your desktop access, you'll have it right from VR by using virtual desktop. You click your menu button, click another button, and you're operating your desktop. Click your menu button, another button, and you're back in VR. That will not be coming with ALVR. That is not a RiftCat feature. I'm telling you, especially for VRchat, where I have excellent results, this is the tool. This is their solution. Uh, and just letting you know it's available. It's exciting. If you've been hesitant about the Quest, say your PC is questionable, so you could get a Quest as your only VR, but you kind of hate to be limited to a Quest experience. Well, now you know you'll have options if you get your PC. If you get your PC working better in the future, get a new one or whatever, you'll have the option to use your Quest in the meantime until you decide on a PCVR headset. And I think that's the best case scenario for this technology. There's going to be other people that find ways to put it to use. If you already have a Quest and this is cool, I mean, why not explore it? But it's great. I don't you can't go wrong with the feature for sure. But I think for some people, it should help you make up your mind to go ahead and get a Quest when that may not be the VR you want to stick with. And specifically, I'm thinking of VRchat because a lot of people have wanted VR for a long time to play this game, and the Quest version is not the version of the game they've been wanting to play. On that note, people who are playing the Quest version, especially people that are new to VR with Quest, they are thoroughly enjoying Quest VR Chat, and there is an element to it that is nice and worthwhile, which is the because it had to be optimized. A lot of the things that get out of hand in the main game and really cause people to struggle with weak PCs, they're not an issue in Quest. And so you got quiet and peace, so, whoops. So it's excellent. It's a good app, and it's going to be growing. People are making more content. There's people that are actually committed to making more of their avatars available for cross-play with Quest. So it's going to get better, and VRChat developers are going to be making it better too. One slight improvement. It's definitely better than what it was. Now a PC avatar that is not crossplay, you can see a picture of that avatar on the chest of the generic avatar, and so that's a little bit better than PC. At least you know what the person should look like, I guess. It's not dramatically better though, but it does also indicate an effort on VRChat's part to try to enhance the experience. I'm still waiting for him to take up on my suggestion, which is to allow everybody to select their default crossplay avatar. And so if they're using a non-crossplay avatar, the person on the other platform will see the avatar that they have set as their default. I don't know. It seems to me like that should not be that hard to implement, but I don't know, obviously, how they do that. But, so basically, like, this is not crossplay, but I have crossplay avatars. If I could select one of those, then instead of seeing the PC avatar with this on Quest, or as a picture of this one on Quest, somebody would see one of the other Quest avatars that I sometimes use if I'd selected one of those to be the one that they see. And it's going to move the same. So, anyways, that might get adopted, that idea, so that it gets instantly appears better and is more enjoyable even without more content. But more content is certainly coming, and I'm telling you, Quest is incredible. If VR is going to grow, Quest is going to do it. It's going to grow with Quest. If it doesn't grow with Quest, then whatever the issue is, it's just mass adoption isn't happening anytime soon. There's just no way around it. There's no easier way to get into it with a better experience than the Quest. It really was everything that they're talking about, that they were hyping up. Um, I I'm not a big fan of Facebook as a corporation, but I'm telling you, like, this is brilliant. It's great. So this is an added feature, but if you've been hesitant to buy the Quest because of VRchat, but your PC won't run it, there's a great experience in Quest right now, and when your PC can run it, you can jump right in, even if you don't have the ability to upgrade right away. That's the whole point for me of sharing all of this, is to let you know that's available. Because it is a great game. Once I discovered VRChat, I only play VRChat and Beat Saber for the most part. But I have discovered a couple other apps now that are going to be mixed in with that too. Uh, no pun intended, but one of those is Tribe XR for mixing music. But okay. Again, no how-to necessary. Just download the app from the App Store. It's going to cost you $20. One of the best. If you bought a Quest, then that's going to be your next best $20. I'm telling you, it's such a great functionality just to have the virtual desktop. And you're going to have to download the streamer. If you have any trouble finding the streamer, you can get the help through Discord. Sure, the directions are there in the store. I knew about the streamer before I bought the app. I encountered it first. I don't know why, but I think for some reason I went to the website of the app developer before I actually bought the app. I don't recall what I was trying to work out, but oh no, I do know. I didn't know the streamer only worked with the mobile version of the app, so I was hoping to get the streamer and kind of test it out with my Rift from my laptop. And it didn't work out. So, but I already knew about the streamer, so I already had it. But I know if you launch and your PC's not found, and that streamer's not running, it's going to give you directions on where you can go to get that streamer. So again, it's all self-explanatory. You'll find it, and that streamer is nothing special to sidetrack something that Oculus didn't want done. That is just the necessary tool to stream from a PC to the Quest, period. So no side loading necessary whatsoever. You don't even have to connect a wire to your PC at all to set this up. And it's all very, very legit, straightforward, follow directions, and you have it. Again, the only thing you may, if there's some troubleshooting, that's what Discord's for. They'll help you with it. As far as performance for this game, there may be some controller issues, but those people that are having those have been told that should be corrected next week. So you can bear with it, and that'll be corrected then. So now again, I'm probably going to keep it simple. I got to see what I got to do to get my editing done. But I learned earlier that while using virtual desktop at least, and actually a lot of apps, the microphone does not get recorded through the Quest. So I went ahead and shot some footage, well aware of the fact that I couldn't narrate it, and hoping to narrate it later. So we'll see how that turns out, and that may be part of this video. But with that said, this is working. I've got 72 frames, but I'm not really demoing anything right now. I mean, I can, but again, this is all you need to see. This is working, and playing Steel and Gold earlier with good frame rates was good. But once it works from the PC, to the Quest, then everything else I would show off is just my computer performance, and yours may vary. The Quest really has nothing to do with my frame rate beyond this. I mean, the fact that I've got 72 frames right now shows the Quest is pegged. So there's nothing more to it. My controllers are going to move the way my controllers move. There is some latency that affects other games, but it's really strange because I tested Tribe XR with this, and yeah, needing the finesse for that and the quicker responses. I was really surprised that this didn't feel good there. So again, it might just be my situation, and other people seem to be getting better results from their tests with other games than I've gotten from any other game. But in VRchat, this is fine. And again, Stealing Gold was fine. So it may be a matter of whether precision movements are needed. And in this case, no. I get my general gesturing. I can wave my hands all over the place. I can, I can throw my camera down. So, also with virtual desktop, as you can hear, the microphone works and the speakers work on your Quest, like you would expect them to. I think you have to be sure you enable the microphone, give virtual desktop permission to access it. So, but you'll be in VR, so you should see that. And I got a little icon telling me and it is at 10%. So I'm going to wrap this up. I've rambled enough. Feel free to comment down below with any questions, and I'll address those if I can, or link to sources. I'll try to get some. Well, there's no links to include. Just go to the Oculus Store, and you'll see virtual desktop if you want it, and that's where you get started. So, no links are really necessary. I believe the app links to its own Discord, or you can just search for virtual desktop Discord. You'll find it real easy, but maybe I can find that link. I don't know. It's not rocket science. It's not complicated. Just, which is awesome. That makes it even better. You tell someone like, oh, I'm using ALVR Alpha 5 and I'm streaming to the, and that's cool, but it's intimidating for a lot of people. And it doesn't sound legitimate enough for them to let that be a factor in their investment, which is fine. But I think earlier and now, I get to rambling, but the Quest is great. Even without this ability, it's excellent. It's a good investment. If you already have a Rift or a Vive, well, if you have a Vive, I know your next investment is going to be index controllers, at least. But if you have a Rift, an original Rift, the Rift S is not really an upgrade. It's a bunch of trade-offs. And even Oculus executives did not recommend that somebody upgrades from a Rift to a Rift S. And so it's not supposed to be seen as an upgrade. Take that seriously. And if you already have a Rift, your experience is already great in a lot of apps. And if you can't afford an index or you're fine with your PCVR experience for the most part, then consider getting a Quest. It's a great secondary setup. This SteamVR option, if you have another PC around, gives you the option to have a second PCVR headset in your home for a guest or something, in addition to what the Quest can do mobily. So it's just really, really worth considering if you have additional money to invest, or you don't have a PC for VR. And I've said that over and over again, can't say it enough. It's definitely something to consider. I'm excited about this, and yet I don't expect to use this much at all, except for today's experience with Stealing Gold. Uh, I felt like the game played even better on this than it did on my Rift, which didn't make any sense. And it could be that being wireless made all the difference in that world. I I was lost on which direction I was facing when I was done. I tried to switch back to desktop, and I thought the app had messed up, and I was actually completely facing away from the desktop and had no idea. And so, yeah, I've gotten used to the cord, and I think that always helps me orientate myself. So there are benefits to this as a option for wireless PCVR, where most of the time you have a good PCVR headset. Being able to use this wirelessly definitely will have places where that may work out, even with latency or whatever is going on. So just keep it all in mind. It's food for thought, and it's quite a bit of money to invest. And I can just tell you, if your PC can handle PCVR, or you can get the Quest if it doesn't, either way, it's a good investment. VR is great. And if you haven't had it yet, or even tried it yet, it's a wonder that you're even aware of it, but it is great. So give it a shot. And again, consider the Quest and know that you've got more options than, than even just what the Quest itself can run, which is really cool. Okay, thanks for watching. Again, I've probably rambled a little bit. I've tried this too many times. When I get what I want, that's when I discover some kind of audio or technical difficulty that turned my effort into a waste of time. So hopefully that hasn't happened here. I did ramble a bit. Sorry about that, but it should be all right. Be sure to click like on this video, please, and subscribe to the channel. More things are coming. Not everything's going to be VR necessarily, or certainly not intended to be. But I look forward. I do like sharing the things I find. I like to help people get a good value for their money, and I don't get anything for it. If I reach a point that I'm getting something for some kind of endorsement, like anybody else, I would disclose that. I'm not even trying for that. I like to be able to give honest opinions and not worry about offending somebody that paid for advertising or something. So, um, anyways, basically, this is not a typical. I'm not trying to be the top end review guy for, I'm not. There's plenty of people covering that. It's usually well covered, but I like the idea of having some real world common sense. Here's what I think of this uh, discussions about this technology. So here's what I think about the Quest. It's awesome, and you can't go wrong if you buy one. If for whatever reason you're wanting it, it's going to be one of those things that it's going to deliver. Um, with the exception of if you're wanting VR for VRchat, you're not going to, from playing desktop or watching streams, that is not what you're going to be able to do through the Quest app. You need to be aware of the limitations of Quest and watch for some streams now. There's plenty of information. It's no longer talking about what's coming. There's plenty out here to see what the Quest can do, including myself. You might check to see if I've added videos direct from the Quest. But I have not yet tried to stream anything from the Quest. I've just made videos and uploaded them that way. But you can watch. I may have some content coming, but there should be plenty on YouTube showing what it's like in the Quest, so you can know exactly what you're getting into, especially with VRchat. But even with that said, you'll be surprised at how little some of those differences matter versus the other pros to the Quest. So, and there I am again, just touting the Quest, the Quest, the Quest. And you see that a lot. You see that in the last VR chat developers stream or whatever. They ended up Quest, Quest, Quest. It's not an agenda. It is really that cool. So, all right, click subscribe, please, and so you can stay connected to these click a notification bell if you want. You just never know. Maybe you can watch something that I later decide like was stupid, and you can see it before I ever took it down. You're only going to get that if you click that notification bell. But I do hope to get some traction with some YouTube stuff. I know I'm not there yet, and I'm not even putting this forward pretending to be top-notch YouTuber. I've seen how things are embellished. I could probably mock that stuff, but I just like being real. So if me being real doesn't get anywhere, then I don't get anywhere. That's fine. I'm not trying to scream and yell and be fake. So thanks again for watching. Have a good evening. Enjoy VRchat. If you get a Quest, good purchase. It's one of those things you won't regret. You're going to get your money's worth out of it, providing you don't drop it in a pond of water. So take care. I'm out.